They chillin' in Alaska, swimming in Atlanta, vultures out in Baltimore, they Kira, Carolina, they wildin' in Chicago, howlin' down in Big D, Mile High in Denver, that Tallahassee pride is deep, they lunchin' in Vancouver, Desperado shootin', the renegades on the loose, the hyenas lootin', gold out in QC, who higher than them sparrows, the Furies swooping in divine order for the pharaohs, Indy on the rise, the sharks about to mash, gladiators, knights and Aztecs about to clash. Welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see the all-pro party. And welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see an all-pro party. First and 10, I'm so aggressive. The end zone, the game plan, no pressure. They gotta pay me how they measure me. You know these haters on my back like the referee. You know I'm in it to win it. Game day, I'm about my business, I gotta get it. So I'm all about my ends. And these non-stop wins. They can't touch us, can't touch us. We turning up on these suckers. You know the D brought the ruckus. Cause we tighter than the huddles. Welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see the all-pro party. And welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see an all-pro party. Yeah. Third down is going down. Round the pound, oh, we gotta air them out. That's why I gotta hit the route. Hit the flat if I catch it, then I'm out. Fourth and inch is what it takes. YOLO, just no pump fake. So tighten up and hit the power high. The audible and draw them off sides.
Ryan Michaels gets a block midfield. Ryan Michaels, he could be gone. Trying to make come from behind, he will not. Touchdown, Houston.
Welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see the all-pro party. And welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see an all-pro party.
Yola shakes it. Oh my goodness, and Yola gets away. Jay Yola on the first play for Tallahassee is going to score again. Left side, Odom gets away. Odom breaks another tackle. Ash Odom, you've got to be kidding me. Big chase, 10-5 touchdown. Oh my word.
As the month of August nears its end, we look towards the rapidly approaching autumn months. And with football fever gripping the nation, the SFL's 11th season has passed the halfway point, and all 21 teams are poised and ready for the remaining 5-week sprint to the playoffs. The Baltimore Vultures are flying high after 4 wins in the last 5 games have put them right in the thick of things in the Eastern Conference. Now they are ready to swoop the city of Baltimore back to the playoffs for the first time since Season 7. On the other side, it's been a disappointing sophomore season for the Indianapolis Red Devils after their inaugural campaign ended in a trip to the quarterfinals. But all is not lost, as winning out would put the Red Devils in contention for a wild card spot. But it has to start tonight as they come up against the source of their only win from back in Week 2. Week 8 of the SFL's 11th season begins Friday night in primetime right now from Vultures Field in Baltimore, Maryland. Good evening, I'm your play-by-play commentator Michael Trullo, joined in the booth tonight by Eric Vinson. Eric, good evening to you.
Good evening to you, Michael. Good to be alongside of you. Great to see both these teams in action. Indianapolis struggling to find that winning formula here. Baltimore on the other side. 3 straight wins, looking to keep together that winning formula here as they come back home and hoping to get another win here.
Baltimore will get the ball first as Roman Pena has the ball on the tee at the 30-yard line. The whistle goes, and it's game on in Week 8 here in Baltimore at Vultures Field. And up to the 30-yard line and out to the 31 goes Daley Holder, the Baltimore Vulture return man tonight. And that means the Baltimore offense will come onto the field first. And here they are. The quarterback is longtime SFL QB Mike Dazzo. The running back is T. Roy Gaines. The wide receivers are Garen Malone, Daley Holder, and Shea Carroll, and they'll line up going left to right across your radio dial from the 31-yard line. Dazzo under center. He'll drop back to pass on first down, fire it out to Gaines out of the backfield. Gaines will actually get 8 yards up the right side before he's shouldered out by Thad Castle.
And that was a good play there by T. Roy Gaines. He is a dual threat running back, easy to go between the tackles for him, also easy to come out of the backfield, get the rock from Dazzo. That was a good play right there on first down for 8.
Second down and 2 from the 39-yard line, offset eye, single receiver to the left of Dazzo, who's under center. This time Gaines will get the handoff. He's got miles of room in front of him, and he bowls over a defender, gets a first down up to the 45-yard line.
And again, that's what I was just talking about. T. Roy Gaines is able to take the handoff. He's able to follow his blockers. He's a very patient back, and he's able to get first down yardage there on that second down there.
As much maligned as the Indianapolis Red Devils have been, I'll finish that thought after this play. 2-back set on 1st and 10. Again with the single receiver left handoff up the middle, and T. Roy Gaines gets 3 yards. As much maligned as this Indianapolis Red Devils team has been, their defense has actually been pretty good, and here they are. The free safeties, Ashley Rose Finch and Zach Andrews. The strong safeties, Paul Connolly. The corners are Von Senyuk and Steve Vitak. The linebacker is Thad Castle, and Blake Craze, and the defensive tackle is E.Z. Temple. Trips left, single right on 2nd and 7. Dazzo to throw to the first down marker, and it's tipped and incomplete. And that's Finch getting a hand on the ball.
And that's what we were talking about right there. This is a top 10 defense in the SFL, specifically this secondary. This secondary is flying all over to the ball, making sure that there are no balls thrown in their area. Good play there by Ashley Rose Finch to knock that down.
Ron Cochran with the 100 bits in the chat. Thank you so much. They'll flip the formation on 3rd down and 7. Trips right, single left over the middle, and this one is almost intercepted as it was thrown towards Daley Holder, towards Shea Carroll, rather, in a swarm of white jerseys, and the Baltimore drive stalls at their own 48-yard line.
And that is going to be the tough part here for this Baltimore offense. They found their identity by starting to find these wide receivers, but also this Indianapolis secondary, as we mentioned, is very strong, so we'll have to see what happens here in the goings.
Another 100 bits from T. Powdernitty says, "It's my birthday." Happy birthday, Coach Powdernitty, on the Baltimore sideline tonight, hoping for a win and a fair catch called for Indianapolis at their own 17-yard offense, trying to lead them to victory tonight. The quarterback is Tom Pepper. The wide receiver is Keith Swearingen, or the running back, rather, is Keith Swearingen. The wide receivers are Dan Daly and Eli McCormick. They'll start from their own 17-yard line, going white to left, wearing all white tonight. White helmets, white jerseys, white pants with a dash of red on the numbers and the pants. from the gun. Here's the pass in the seam, first down out to the 34-yard line. Big pickup there on first down to McCormick.
It was a good pass right there, good patience by Tom Pepper, waiting until that route developed. Eli McCormick able to find the seam right in the middle of the defense. Good play on first down, good gain out to the 34.
And that's the kind of play that Pepper and the rest of this Indianapolis offense are really going to have to find consistently tonight if they're going to win this ball game. Formation, 2 to the left, 1 to the right on 1st and 10 from the 34. Pepper, pressure, escapes one sack, but he can't escape the second one. Down he goes. First sack of the game goes Baltimore's way, and it belongs to Max Xavier.
Well, and Dazzo really caused that pressure right there. Joe Dazzo, the middle linebacker, coming right up the middle there. Pepper able to avoid that sack. Not the second one, though, and he goes down for a loss.
2nd and 12, handoff. Swearingen uses a stiff arm to get past the line of scrimmage, but is brought down by Joe Dazzo. Here's the rest of the ball. The free safety is the current SFL leader in interceptions, Giovanni Bolt. The strong safety is Tony Willis. The corners are Kaz McFly and Hendricks Thornberry, and the linebackers are Joe Dazzo and Amon Takes. They'll go 4 wide on 3rd and 9, 2 to each side. Pepper under center. Only 3 down linemen for Baltimore. Here comes a delayed blitz. Throws out to the far side to McCormick, and McCormick can't quite get there. He'll get 8 of the 9 yards necessary, but we pushed out short of the first down.
And they were just about there. There was a good play call. Eli McCormick just barely missed it right there as he got knocked out of bounds. Unfortunately for Indy, that means they got a punt here on 4th and 1.
So both teams not getting it done on offense so far tonight through their first drive. Ryan Quaid at his own 30-yard line will boot it away. Fielded at the 15-yard line and not much further goes Daley Holder up to the 18-yard line, and that's where Baltimore will start their second drive, looking for a little bit more success than the first. Eric, give me one key for each team today if they want to win this game.
Well, for Baltimore, like I said, I think they have to throw the ball here. Throwing the ball will get the rushing game going. They obviously have plenty of threats at wide receiver. T. Roy Gaines can tote the rock real easily. And, you know, for Indianapolis, their defense is very, very strong. They will keep them in this ball game. Tom Pepper needs to know how to manage this ball game and how to get them down the field to score just enough points to make this a win for the Red Devils.
T. Roy Gaines picks up 1 yard out of the backfield on first down, 2nd down and 9 at the 19-yard line. 3 wide receivers, 2 left, 1 right, Dazzo under center. He will throw after a short drop, pitches it over the middle, and again into heavy traffic. Thad Castle knocked the ball away. Also, Easy Temple was in there getting pressure, and it's quickly 3rd and 9.
Well, and that's the tough part here. You know, it's easy for me to say, hey, you got to throw the ball to these talented receivers that you got in your arsenal here. But with this talented defense, these are both very, very good defenses and very anemic offenses with both teams. So we'll have to see how this goes here as, the game goes along.
Dazzo in the gun this time. 4 receivers set. He'll throw to the near side. That pass is caught by Carroll while falling over, but he's going to be short of the first down marker by 3 yards. Gain of 6, but it's not enough. Punt unit coming out for Baltimore.
And Carroll did a good job right there. Ran his route nice and crisp. Kept his feet in bounds. Got what he could. Unfortunately, it was on 3rd down, so he needed a little bit more than 7 on that play.
The punter for Baltimore is Pablo Gates, and he'll boot it away from inside his 15-yard line. This should be some decent field position for the Red Devils as Zach Andrews got blown up right as he made the catch, but he will start at his own 39-yard line for Tom Pepper and company. Now you've seen both teams on offense, Eric, and you talked a little bit about it at the end of the last play, but what do they need to do to get the offenses going here?
So with Indianapolis, like I said, both these teams, they have talented wide receivers. Eli McCormick and Dan Daly, they're both very, very good wide receivers for this Indianapolis team. However, you also have Keith Swearingen in the backfield there as he actually gets the handoff, and he is a very talented back as well. So both these teams operate on similar offenses. Get the passing game going, that'll then get the rushing game going, and it'll then, create some, copacetic between the two offenses there.
Swearingen gets 5 yards on first down up to the 44. Right up on the edge of the Vulture logo at midfield. The Vultures, red helmets, red jerseys, white pants, black socks tonight with red numbers as they defend. Here's Swearingen out of the backfield. One man to beat for a first down, and he will beat him. Going to apply the pressure was Giovanni Bolt up from the safety spot to make the tackle, but not before. Swearingen gets a first down at midfield. First down of the game for the Red Devils.
And Swearingen, that 6'1", 245 frame, easy to get out of the backfield for him, much like T-Roy Gaines. This ought to be a real good smackdown, drag-him-out fight here for the rest of the evening.
Baltimore looks like they're showing blitz here. A lot of bodies in the box, but they only rush 4. Pepper under pressure floats it out there. It is caught by McCormick. McCormick fighting towards the first down marker. He's going to be a couple of yards short, but that's some good innovation there by Pepper to get the ball out under pressure.
And that's exactly what I was talking about before, Michael. Pepper needs to understand that he is the game manager of this offense. He doesn't need to do too much. He just needs to understand exactly what the situation is and what needs to happen in order for him to get a positive gain, and that's what he did right there. Second
down and short. 2 yards to go to get to the 40-yard line for the first down. Swearingen right through the heart of the defense will only get one of those yards. Was brought down in the hole by a combination of players wearing red jerseys, chief among them, Albert Butler, the defensive tackle.
Well, and big old Amon Takes was in there as well. He is a loud voice in the SFL. We hear him just about every week, and he's definitely showing up and showing out here tonight so far.
And Takes, actually, an interesting fact about him, he is one solo tackle away from 50 on the season. We'll say, it's picked! I will get back to that in a minute. Picked off by Baltimore, and taking it away is Kaz McFly. This team is so much different than when he joined the team after the first 3 weeks of the season. They are 4-1 after he joined, and he's showing why. He's a big part of the defense right there.
And Michael, that's the no McFly zone right there. You don't want to throw it near this guy. He's going to pick it off. He'll take it the other way, and he'll make you pay if you throw it his way.
Pepper makes the first mistake of the game. Let's see if the Vultures can capitalize in front of a raucous home crowd here on Friday night. Handoff goes to Gaines. He'll fight through a couple of defenders, pick up 3 yards. As Steve Vitak was in on the tackle, Zach Andrews was there as well. Indianapolis is running a kind of a strange defensive set. They've got 3 star wide receivers out there that they like to rely not wide receivers, safeties out there that they like to rely on, and maybe that's why Baltimore really is reluctant to throw the ball down the middle of here early. There's 2nd and 7, another handoff to Gaines. Gaines will get 3 more yards, make it a 3rd and 4.
Well, and going back to your point about the 3 safety look, there have been a few teams in the SFL this season that have gone to that 3 safety look. And, honestly, I like it. I think it's very innovative. Extra bodies in there. You can maybe make one of those safeties into a hybrid defender, linebacker, safety, whatever you want to do. And it's very innovative to have in the SFL.
Dazzo going down as Indianapolis returns the favor. EZ Temple on the sack, his 8th of the season. And that's got to be up by the league leaders. Despite Indianapolis's poor record, he's had himself a very solid season on that front line.
Oh, and EZ making it easy up there, down in the trenches, throwing down Dazzo, forcing the punt there. No harm, no foul on that turnover.
And the punt away from Pablo Gates. And here comes Zach Andrews up to the 37-yard line. So basically, this is Indianapolis getting a redo on their previous drive. They're starting at almost the exact same spot.
Yeah, most definitely. And, they had a good drive going. Dazzo had good, comfort in the Tom Pepper had good comfort in the pocket there. Unfortunately for him, just throwing that pick, but, looks like they'll get another shot here, and we'll see what he can do here.
Pepper on first down, flares it out to Swearingen, gets a good block, but then nothing after that. as he's hauled down after a gain of 2 yards. Good pursuit to the football there by the Baltimore Vultures. Right after he got the ball, you saw 3 or 4 red hats in the area. Plague 7 with the 100 bits. Thank you so much for supporting the SFL. I formation, 2nd down and 8 from the 39-yard line. And 3 receivers to back that up. Pepper over the middle into the slot right there. 1st down into Baltimore territory. Eli McCormick, he's been the workhorse so far, grabs himself another great catch.
And Eli McCormick, he has been the go-to guy so far for this Red Devil offense. Be sure to keep an eye out on him for more big catches like that. Also want to thank Jason1347 for subscribing with a Tier 1 sub, 8 months in a row for him.
And off to the races out of the backfield goes Swearingen. He'll pick up 6 yards before he's wrestled to the ground by Amon Takes, and that'll do it. 50 solo tackles on the year for Takes, an important milestone for the rookie.
And he is a talented rookie there. Well worth the draft pick they spent on him. Despite the Vultures having a hard time towards the beginning of the season, they've started to kind of bring things back. So we'll see if they can continue this winning streak they have.
Offset eyes, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Swearingen up the middle. He'll only get 1 yard, bringing up a 3rd and manageable 3. Big tackle from Courtney Kate, the other linebacker alongside Takes tonight.
Well, it takes another tackle there, maybe an assisted tackle. But he's been present all throughout the evening as you hear the defense chants here in Baltimore.
3rd and 3 over the middle, one-handed grab. Eli McCormick moves the chains up to the 34-yard line as this first quarter is ebbing away fast. Up down to 30 seconds left in the quarter as we see this one-handed grab again.
You know, there's a guy that plays in the other league. He plays with the Cleveland Browns. And his motto is bless him. Bless him. And that's what Eli McCormick did right there. Bless him.
I'm going to reserve my Cleveland Browns joke for later in the broadcast. 1st down and 10. Late blitz coming, but Pepper got it away, and he was just a little bit behind the intended receiver, John Hamill, the 3rd wide receiver on the depth chart, out of the slot. And it's going to be 2nd and 10.
Well, and Hamill actually ran a good route there, beat his man off the line, and you could tell that he just, he forgot something important along the way.
So now 2nd down and 10. This is the best drive of the game by far for either team. This will be the last play before the end of the first quarter with only 9 seconds to go. 2 receivers left, none to the right. Pepper looking, throwing over the middle, into the soft coverage goes Eli McCormick down to the 21-yard line, and that will run out the time on the first quarter. You're watching Friday Night Lights on the SFL, presented by APM Music on Twitch. Stay with us. We'll be back after the break.
APM Music is the official theme music provider of the SFL. Listen to their Champions Will Rise soundtrack at apmmusic.com and visit their all-new esports landing page to find the best highlight music, heroic action, and epic sounds to boost the quality of your esports stream just like us. Log on to forum.apmmusic.com/esports for more information. APM Music, production music library, and custom music house.
Welcome back to Baltimore. We'd like to thank our sponsors, APM Music, Show Business Studios, host of the SFL convention earlier this year, MediaTek Institute, Richards Printworks, official gear provider of the SFL, ScoreStream, our official live scoring app, Spy Goats, watch out for the Goat of the Week after all the games are done, and welcome back to Vulture Stadium in downtown Baltimore, Maryland. I am your play-by-play commentator, Michael Cirillo, joined by Eric Vinson, and Jeff Belinishin is on stats tonight. Handoff Swearingen, left side. He bowls through some defenders and picks up 5 yards inside the SFL, presented by APM Music Red Zone for the first time today.
That was a good run there by Swearingen, breaking tackles along the way, bringing it into the red zone, and this is a good scoring opportunity here for the Red Devils.
From the 16, it'll be 2nd down and 5. Pepper looking, throwing, end zone. He had one-on-one coverage out there, and it's knocked away. He was looking for Dan Daly, and Giovanni Bolt was Kaz McFly actually was having none of it.
Well, and Dan Daly, I think, just got a little out-muscled here by the no McFly zone. Again, he is playing a great game so far, able to muscle his way in between Dan Daly and the ball, knocked it down. It's going to be a 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and 5 at the 16-yard line, and I think the opening quarter proved something. You do not want to throw at Kaz McFly if you're Tom Pepper and the Indianapolis offense. 3rd and 5, they can get a first down at the 10-yard line, but they're going to run it up the middle, only gain 1 yard by Swearingen. It'll be 4th and 4 from the 14-yard line.
And, a suspect decision going for a run play on the 3rd and 5. I'm thinking they maybe could have gone a slant route there. Easy 5 yards on that throw. But it is what it is, and we've got a field goal opportunity coming up here for Indy.
Setting up to put the first points on the board is Pena, and that kick is up and right down Main Street from 31 yards. And with 9:58 to go in the first half, it's Indianapolis 3, Baltimore nothing. Some quick shout-outs for you. Realists, it's Kumbaya, Eric JDWA, Mighty RX, Kaz McFly, Denver Nightwings, Cameron Irvine from work, and Mr. 23, the Brown Knight, Plague 7, and everybody else watching us on Twitch tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in to the SFL in primetime on Friday nights. A spin move will get Daly Holder up to the 33-yard line, and now Mike Dazzo and the rest of the Baltimore offense has to respond with a drive of their own.
Well, and they've had some good success so far. We've talked about their passing offense. I think you need to hand it off to T-Roy Gaines. Gaines has been a little quiet tonight, and I think he deserves to get a couple touches here.
High formation, 2 receivers, right 1 to the left, 1st and 10 from the 33. And off Gaines right up the middle, and you wanted to see it. And Thomas Powdernitty says, "We will run just for you, Eric."
Well, that's Dude Love right there. That's his nickname, apparently, in the locker room. And, he got a couple on that play. Probably could have gotten more, but good start there on 1st down. A couple more downs here as an opportunity for him.
Plague 7, 100 bits for the field goal, and a swing out to Gaines this time. He almost shakes the defender. Gets a couple of yards out of it as Andrews was hanging on to him. And 3rd and 5 coming up.
Well, and those are the kind of plays that T-Roy needs to kind of take over a little bit. He needs to wiggle out of that tackle there. That's a one-on-one opportunity. Throw down your shoulder, do a little shimmy shake, do something, man. You got to get a couple extra yards out of that on 2nd down.
And now 3rd down and 5. Dazzo steps up in the pocket, throws over the middle. Oh, there was a pocket of space, but a massive hit from Connolly across the middle, popped the ball out of Shea Carroll's hands, and it's going to be another punt for Baltimore.
And I think that was actually one of the backup tight ends. I think that was Edward Morgan, which might have explained the drop there, because usually, Shea Carroll a little bit sure-handed. But definitely disappointment there on the Baltimore sideline as they got to punt it away to Indy with them already being up 3-0.
Pablo Gates on to punt again. Andrews back deep to receive. Grabbed at the 25 and only up to the 26 as he's laid to the turf and slow to get up. As we see the Indianapolis offense come back out onto the field trying to extend their 3-0 lead here. 8:45 to go second quarter. The great city of Baltimore, Maryland. 1st and 10. Pepper under center from the 26. Going left to right in the all-white tonight is Indianapolis. They floated out to the far side. That's Dan Daly's first catch of the day. It'll be good for 5 yards.
And a good route there by Daly, working against the corner up there. I think that was McFly, and he just ran a real crisp route. Got a good 5 yards. That's all you can ask for on first down.
2nd and 5 now. Pepper under center, offset eye, and a receiver each side. 7 to the box for Baltimore, and they'll rush a lot of them. Right, cutting right through his Swearinger with a couple of spin moves, and he's all the way out to the 46-yard line. First down, Indianapolis.
Oh, Keith, I see you, Keith. I see you busting out the swing moves on that play, man. Let me see it again. I want to see it again. There it is, right there. Another one right there. Get down on the turf. Let's go.
Tony Willis spun right by him. Giovanni Bolt, get off me. It only took the 3rd man for Baltimore to bring him down, and now 4 receivers set, 2 to each side on 1st and 10. Pepper, long drop pressure coming. He'll have to check it down to Swearinger, and he is hit hard behind the line of scrimmage. 3-yard loss on the play.
And that was a good veteran play by Dazzo. The veteran middle linebacker tracking the running back the whole time, knocked him down in the backfield. 3-yard loss on the play. That's a great job by the Baltimore defense.
2nd down and 13, and we have seen Indianapolis struggle all season when they've gotten in 2nd and 3rd down and extra long situations. Gonna have to fight through it here. Pepper looking, throwing over the middle, into coverage, and it's picked off again. 2nd pick of the day for Baltimore, and 2nd pick of the day for Kaz McFly.
You don't want to throw to this guy. Tom Pepper keeps trying it, and Kaz McFly keeps saying, no, sir, not on my watch. And again, Baltimore will get an opportunity here to convert on this turnover. Remember, Indy stopped them the last time they got the interception, so we'll have to see what Baltimore does here on offense.
Baltimore is in much better field position after this interception than the last one, in Indianapolis territory at the 44-yard line. As Powder Diddy gives 100 more bits and says no McFly zone in the chat, and they swing out to Gaines, and Gaines will bust through 1 tackle and carry another one for 6 yards on 1st down, 2nd and 4 coming up. Just over 7 minutes to go in the 1st half.
And honestly, if T-Roy had a little bit more patience on that play, he probably could have gotten at least a few more yards out of it. Still good job getting 6 out of that play on 1st down, but got to wait for your blockers to develop, big fella.
Trips left, single right on 2nd and 4. Dazzo might be looking for a big play here. He moves in the pocket, he throws, and it's tipped and incomplete. Zach Andrews up from the safety spot, reading the quarterback's eyes all the way, and makes the play on the ball.
Well, it looks like Dazzo was doing his best Pepper impression right there, just throwing it straight into the defender. Lucky for him, just an incomplete pass, and it's going to be a 3rd and manageable coming up here for the Vultures.
That last play looked like Dazzo's maybe 3rd or 4th read, as he might have looked to go long there, but now it's 3rd and 4. Handoff, Gaines, right side, face to run, and he moves the chains all the way down to the 25-yard.
And a great run here by T-Roy Gaines. We'll get another look here. Just follows his blockers right up the middle, lowering his shoulder, sidestepping another guy all the way out to, I believe, the 35 there. Or no, 25, excuse me, as he's averaged over 5 yards a carry so far.
It was Thad Castle who's quietly having a game of his own tonight in his 2nd season in Indianapolis. He got pushed to the back, Dazzo did, by his own man, and that caused him to go down for a sack. 2nd of the game for Indianapolis, and 2nd by Easy Temple.
Easy Templeson. Kobe does his best jump shot impression there after he knocks down Dazzo in the backfield. 2nd and long coming up for the Vultures. We'll see what they can do here.
15 yards to go. Got to get to the 15. They're on the 30. Offset eye, 3 receivers. Dazzo short drop. He's got plenty of time, though, but he'll throw out and look to the near side, and that pass is knocked away. It was intended for Garen Malone. Haven't really called his name tonight at all other than the roster rundown, and Steve Vitak was there to make the play.
And good defense all around for the Indy Red Devils on that play, just blanketing coverage on every receiver, including the running back, which results in an incompletion and a 3rd and long coming up for Baltimore.
100 bits from play 7 for another sack by the Indianapolis defense. 3rd and 15, 4 wide. Got to get to the 15-yard line, and he will. Oh, I almost thought Garen Malone had it in traffic, but Zach Andrews put enough pressure on him to where he dropped the ball, and it's 4th and 15.
And you know, this was a good throw by Dazzo, right where only his receiver can catch it. Unfortunately for him, there was good coverage on the back end there by Andrews, forcing the incompletion by Malone.
And now 4th and 15 from the 30. This would be a long field goal as you see them in the huddle, and they are going to try it. The field goal kicker is Shark Tarkington, one of the field goal kickers in the league that get that contract in the offseason. And this would be a long one, though. His left foot hoots it, and it's right down Main Street, 46 yards to tie the ball game.
And one of the more unique names in the SFL, too. Shark apparently was called that by his dad as a young kid because he apparently ate through everything. Ate the guy out of house and home.
Well, he ate up that field goal attempt. Ties the ball game at 3. 5:37 to go second quarter. Baltimore 3, Indianapolis 3. This is the SFL presented by APM Music on Twitch. And Tarkington will kick it off. Receiving at the 5 is Andrews with a penalty marker down, as Andrews will only get to about the 25-yard line before he hits the ground. We'll see what the penalty marker is. And the holding is on Lewis Risk. That's the backup wide receiver playing special teams. Makes the mistake and sets Indianapolis all the way back.
And shout out to Stephen Mullinax himself, cheering 100 bits for the awesome commentary. Hey, how about that, partner?
Yeah, somebody likes us. First down and 10, Indianapolis backed up to their own 16-yard line. Pepper under pressure. He'll fire it out into the slot and almost picked again by McFly. He bobbled it, and then it hit the turf.
And, you know, I said it on the last possession. I'm not sure why Pepper is picking on this guy. Very clearly, Kaz McFly has came here to play. And he already has 2 picks on the night. Very early on in this ball game. I would find somebody else to kind of pick on there on the defense.
Pepper under center, 2 left, single right, only a 4-man wall, and Swearingen's going to run right through it on 2nd down and 10. He'll only get 4 yards, though, as the linebackers converge on him. 3rd and 6 coming up.
And that was a good run there by Swearingen. Did what he could on 2nd down, got about 4 yards. And shout out to old Mark Lopez there, Churinox with 100 bits, and that was for me.
2 receivers each side. 3rd down and 6. 5-step drop for Pepper. Pumps and then goes down. He did not have enough time that he thought he did. And he's sacked by Albert Butler.
And this has been a problem for Tom Pepper here, taking too much time trying to get rid of the football. Got to get rid of it, got to scramble around, got to do something here. Unfortunately for him, he took the sack, and, you know, that's going to end up being a 4th down and long and another punt.
I'm pretty sure that was a coverage sack because the Baltimore secondary was swooping all over the place and not giving Pepper anywhere to throw. And from his own 5-yard line, Brian Quaid gets it away. It's going to be good field position for Baltimore at the Indianapolis 46-yard line. We're under 5 minutes to play first half. Not a lot of scoring so far, but we did think this could end up being a defensive contest when we were talking before the game.
Well, and this was something that we talked about. Both teams, top 10 defenses. Indy just a hair above Baltimore as far as the defensive points allowed rankings. So, this is basically what we thought we were going to get, and it's been a great game so far.
Gazzo out of the backfield, and right through the first man was Gaines. Blake Craze just got absolutely shouldered aside. And then it was the second defender to bring him down.
T-Roy throwing one of them forearm shivers on that play.
And back to your point about a good game defensively, only a defensive player would say that.
Oh, absolutely.
2nd and 8, Dazzo looking, throwing far side as a man open out there. That pass is caught by Daly Holder, and he's going to be just short of the first down, up to the 37-yard line, 3rd down and 1.
And that's a good play by Holder, fighting for extra yardage there against Seniuk. Eventually getting out of bounds, but still getting a couple extra yards, making this a 3rd and very manageable here for the Baltimore offense.
A possibility of a T-Roy Gaines run here, I'm pretty sure, and he'll get the ball, run right up the middle, and he's not going to get there. Great solo tackle by E.Z. Temple. He's been all over the place tonight.
E.Z. Temple, another big tackle. He's been in the backfield for a sack as well. And that was a great play to go ahead and send the Vultures packing. Baltimore's going to have to punt here. Indy will get another shot to take the lead. Although maybe they won't punt.
4th and 1. Dazzo lines up to go for it, and we'll see if they just try to draw him off sides. That may just be what they're doing here as the clock ticks down to 6 seconds to go, and Indianapolis holding firm, and a timeout is called.
And I'm not sure I agree with that strategy. If you're going to go for it, as we get a look at Thomas Paternitti there on the sidelines, I'd say go for it. You got 4th and 1 there. Obviously, you got stopped there on that last 3rd down with T-Roy running the ball. Maybe a little play action. Maybe a little stuffing right up the middle there for T-Roy. And see an extra set of downs.
Looks like Coach Paternitti not really confident enough in his offense to get the 1 yard on 4th down, so it's going to be a punt for Pablo Gates, but he's really going to try and pin Indianapolis deep here, punting from just about midfield. Punt is away, down towards the far corner. It'll bounce out at the 7-yard line, so job done for Gates, as Indianapolis will start in the shadow of their own end zone with just over 2.5 minutes to go first half.
Great job by Gates. Look at the spiral on that thing. Looks like Tom Brady threw that thing. And unfortunately for Indy, they're going to have a long field to go here in order to take the lead with 2:49 left to go in the first half.
We have seen them put together some solid drives before, especially the one that ended in them getting 3 points earlier in the quarter. Handoff goes right up the middle to Swearingen. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more, and even that might have been a generous spot by the referee as he was shouldered to the ground by Tony Willis.
And Tony Willis, man, I love watching that guy play. Played for the Storm last season up in Alaska, got himself a ring, came down here to Baltimore, wanted to rebuild this great franchise, and he's doing a great job so far of it.
Swearingen again. This time he will lose the yard, and it's Tony Willis again spying all the way from the safety position, and it's 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11, and that might be the last play we get before the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see how this plays out.
And it looks like Pepper is just content to let this one roll all the way down to the 2-minute warning of the first half. It's a low-scoring defensive affair between Eastern Conference rivals tonight as Indianapolis and Baltimore do battle. 3 apiece at the 2-minute warning. And now Tom Pepper's going to really have to put some magic together here. 11 yards to go They're standing on their own 6-yard line. He's going to hand it off to Swearingen, right side, and they almost got loose. Great pursuit tackle that time by Amon Takes, and it's going to force a punt from deep in the Indianapolis zone.
And you know what that means? That means, in all likelihood, Baltimore's going to get some good field position here, still with 2 timeouts and some, some good plays on offense. They might be back up on top of this thing before the half.
Ryan Quaid in the back of his own end zone to punt it away. As he waits for the clock to roll down to about 5 seconds to go. He'll get the snap and boot it away. Let's see where this one will land at the 40-yard line of Indianapolis. So Daly Holder gets him up to the 36, best starting field position of the night for Baltimore. But they haven't really done much outside that one position where they only need about 5 or 6 yards to get into field goal range from here, but they haven't done much else.
Yeah, Dazzo with only 32 passing yards on the evening hasn't done a ton. T-Roy Gaines, not a ton on the ground either, with only 50 total yards from scrimmage. So we'll have to see what the Baltimore offense does here.
Dazzo's pass is tipped and incomplete on first down as Finch gets a hand in there and knocks it away.
And that Indy secondary showing its teeth once again, chomping down on those receivers, forcing the incompletion. And this is why Baltimore's been having such a hard time. Like I said at the beginning here, Michael, this passing offense will get this rushing offense going. And so far, they have not been able to do that for Baltimore.
They haven't really been able to get either facet of the offense going as Dazzo takes a 5-step drop, throws over the middle, incomplete. He really overthrew Daly Holder there. Nowhere in the really vicinity was anyone wearing a red or white jersey.
And threw that one just a little bit past Holder there. I think he was trying to lead him where he wanted to go. Dazzo was trying to lead him where he wanted to go. Finch right there in coverage. So very hard to get that completion there, and it forces a 3rd and 10.
Only need about 5 or 6 to get at a field goal range. Dazzo throwing towards the sideline. They got 6 as Garen Malone picks up yards up to the 31-yard line, stopping the clock with 1 minute and 2 to go. And Tarkington will come out on the field to try another long field goal to take the lead.
And this is great game management here by Dazzo. I talked about how Pepper needed to kind of do this similar thing, but Dazzo's doing it for his offense right now, understanding that he's not getting a ton of yardage, get what he can, get the field goal unit out there, hopefully get 3 points on the board.
It was a low snap, and it is away and good. 47 yards. So Shark Tarkington outdoing himself from his first kick, and it is 6-3 Baltimore.
And it was a good kick there by the young kicker, splitting the uprights. He's got a 46 and a 47-yarder to his credit today. Certainly not chip shots, and right now he's given his team the lead.
Kicking game of Tarkington, what separates the two teams with 57 seconds left to go until halftime. And I have half a mind that when Indianapolis gets this ball, they may just run the clock out and go into the break. But we shall see. Up to the 28-yard line goes Andrew Turn, and Tom Pepper back out onto the field for the final time in the half.
So 53 seconds left to go, all 3 timeouts. I'm with you. I'm thinking that they might just run the clock out here, Michael, and just kind of lick their wounds going into the half and regroup.
They're going to come out 2 left, single right, 2 backs. And Pepper under center, and here's the run to Swearingen, but Swearingen has a hole, and Swearingen's up the middle, and it only took a late tackle from Tony Willis to bring him down. They have 3 timeouts. They're not going to use him yet. They're going to go up tempo, 41 seconds and counting to go. Everybody gets set there at the Indianapolis 44-yard line. Pepper over the middle, floats it out there. Big catch, first down, and a timeout for the Red Devils.
And you know, that run there by Swearingen was so key for this offense. Got them up to the line. Pepper controlling the game, managing the game, throwing it out to McCormick, who has been his safety blanket all game long. They're into opponent's territory, and they still got plenty of time here with 2 timeouts.
I really love the move that McCormick put on his defender in the last plays. Really dug the right leg into the ground and sold the fake, and then cut back across to catch the slant route. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line, 33 seconds to go. Pepper escapes pressure, gets the ball away, and it's incomplete. Big pressure up the middle by Albert Butler. He has 1 sack already tonight. He was looking to make it 2. But some Houdini acts by Pepper means it's 2nd down and 10.
And Pepper with a great job there. Good veteran move. Moving around in the pocket, avoiding the defense. Just getting rid of the ball, throwing it to where at least it's going to be an incompletion, if not a fantastic catch.
2nd and 10 from the 45, 29 seconds to go in the half. Pressure up the middle. He's going to have to swing it out to Swearingen, who had to catch his feet a little bit there. And they're not going to use their 2nd timeout. They still have 2. The clock running down to under 15 seconds to go now. Pepper ready. Snaps it. Shovel pass up the middle is incomplete. And I don't know what was going on there.
Yeah, you know, it's tough to say, Michael. You know, the shovel pass is a good kind of change of pace play.